Hello and welcome to the final ranking of the Alton Towers Rita Replacement Challenge in Planet Coaster 2. And if you didn't realise from the intro what this challenge is, then pretty much at the start of December in 2025, I tasked you guys to create a replacement of Rita at Alton Towers, and that would be a very sad day if it ever got removed. And just over a month later, we have had over 600 creations submitted, which is just insane, so thank you so much to everyone that entered. And after a grueling amount of time, I have looked through every single one and ranked them all into a top 75 that I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. I wish I could share with you everyone's creations, but we would be here for years. And with it being a top 75, as we go along, I'm going to talk more and more about these creations, starting by just having a small snippet of them to eventually, when we get to the top 5, going into the parks and riding all the coasters and rides you guys have built. And remember, the winner of this challenge will get 100 Great British pounds and a bundle of digital merch, which you can actually still order if you'd like to, link in the description. But with that being said, let's begin the top 75, because if we don't begin now, you're going to be here all night. And so will I. Now, starting this top 75, I'm actually going to leave number 75 for a second and come back to it right at the end, because it may or may not entail everyone that's entered. So like I said, watch till the end. Either way, at number 74, we have Twister by Mate's GHG, a general Dark Forest themed Mack Extreme spinning coaster. Number 73, Escape the Dark Forest by Just Jack, that actually has the most launches on a roller coaster in Europe. 72, The Warren by JJR 607, a huge launched RMC roller coaster that has so many sound walls, I don't think the neighbors would complain about it. 71, Entwined by Raccoon Xena, a multi-launch coaster that has this really cool sign and some very, very cool theming. 70, Shadowmire by Thrillverse, a very unique concept for an indoor version of Dark Forest. Number 69, Nautilus by Abandoned Fate, a very different style layout with multiple switch tracks. Number 68, Raging Roots by Ulfro, a very big RMC hybrid coaster that still somehow goes under the tree line. Number 67, Escape the Lesh Wall by George and Stu, a very well themed coaster based on the Edge of the Forest character Lesh Wall. Number 66, The Lesh Wall by Coaster Bloom, a slightly different looking coaster, but also themed to the character from Edge of the Forest called Lesh Wall. 65, Ritual by Frickit, a very interesting take on the Rita replacement, more family and more about choice, because it has two different sides. Number 64, Legend by Thrill Seekers United, which is a really striking version of what Rita would be like if it was made a lot better. Number 63, Iron Horse by Spacey Cascade 736, a lovely themed area and roller coaster based on Altonville Mine Tours. Number 62, Sector K Overrun by Finman 22, a really well-flowing launch coaster with some really big theming pieces. Number 61, Yukoner by Dude366. I know I butchered that name, sorry. Another awesome launch coaster with various Viking village sections. Number 60, King Cobra by Pingo/00 Vaffle, two solid roller coasters with amazing lighting. Number 59, Wraith Watch by Healthy Hat 81370, an extremely long multi-launch coaster with a very, very cool ending. Number 58, Dryad's Guardians of the Dark Forest by Ducas58, coincidentally ending up at the number that's also in your name. This was an amazing take on a multi-dimension coaster. Number 57, Phantom by Luca22, a unique multi-launch coaster with a very, very well-themed station. And number 56, Dark Charge Accelerator by FTBL DAJY, a lovely multi-launch B&M surf coaster. Number 55, Arcanum by CN PowerMax 87, a swing launch coaster with a very cool twisted spike. Number 54, Rita's Motorbike Adventure by Epic Universe, a motorbike coaster, if you couldn't tell, with some really nice trick track elements. Number 53, Wrath of the Dark Forest by Magic Bobbert 7, a really well landscaped Vekoma multi-launch coaster. Number 52, Wrath of the Lesh Wall by Stegs Coasters, a multi-launch coaster with some insane airtime and a very nice front car on the train. Number 51, Vulture by Curious Coasters, a Vekoma multi-launch with the UK's only inclined launch. Number 50, Rita's Revenge by Samsconite 345. After being dethroned by Stealth in 2006, Rita is back for revenge in the form of a launched RMC hybrid coaster. Number 49, Icarus by Morgan Theme Parks, a very mythological and Mediterranean Max Striker, the first of its kind in the UK. Number 48, Skipter by Vaves GRX, based in the Scandinavian village of Rita Rock. This roller coaster is the world's most intense roller coaster. Wouldn't surprise me if they went for that record. Number 47, Breakout Escape the Dark Forest by Original Meerkat. Lost in the dark forest, you stumble upon an abandoned motorbike and suddenly the engine roars to life. But don't forget, the forest is watching. Number 46, The Branch by TXBZ_. A very intense max spinning coaster that has some really nice supports going up the side of this vertical loop. Number 45, Ghost Flight by Moorbort. A very gracefully flowing Vekoma suspended coaster. Luckily not an old generation one, but a new gen. Very smooth and a great fit for the area. Number 44, Rift by Baz. A lovely landscaped roller coaster with many custom supports that just look incredible. And the layout of this ride is quite snappy and intense. Number 43, 14 by Vermote. 13 was the warning, 14 is the judgment. A Vekoma family launch coaster that is the longest and fastest of its kind in the world. Number 42, Alone by Outcrash Alt. An Intamin multi-launch coaster with so many inversions, and it's based on a nemesis creature subspecies that lives beneath the dark forest. Number 41, The Wraith by Icy Wings. A story based on an overgrown haunted manor that is stuck in time due to the Wraith that you fight head on, with 5 different launches on this ride. Number 40, Witchwood by Mr. Soapy and Belgian Guy 1681. A pair of very innovative dueling Vekoma multi-launch coasters that race across the dark forest. 39, Bloodroot by Illutical 2009. A launch coaster that rises from the depths of the underworld with some amazing rock work and theming. Number 38, Jinxed by Multi-Launch Madness. Funnily enough, a multi-launch coaster with tons of rotation because it is a drift coaster. Very unique and very well themed. Number 37, Rituals of Rita by Leon Priest. A new generation Vekoma launch coaster with a matching theme of the dark forest that fits right in and has a very nicely flowing layout. Number 36, Lost Souls by Theme Park Obsessed 24. An Intamin quadruple launch coaster that is themed to ancient spirits taking back control over the dark forest, with the UK's first inverted top hat. 35, Artemis by Gap Vogel. A Mack Extreme spinning coaster that has such a cool divide between the militarized area and the supernatural occurrence, and I love how the coaster crosses between the two. Number 34, Ebonus by Sea Jill 352. Another multi-launch coaster based on the Lesh Wall, but this one has such a realistic layout with some very snappy and punchy elements. Number 33, The Escape by Theme Parks UK. An extremely unique B&M Wing shuttle launch coaster, very much like Mandrill Mayhem, but has a lot more inversions and intensity to it. Number 32, Rita, Revenge of the Demon by Musketeers 3231. An extremely well-profiled, well-built, and very realistic coaster that I could definitely see Alton Towers making in place of Rita. Number 31, Hex, Buried Malediction by Ryan Bangalter. A story based many years after Hex, the Legend of the Towers, with many fast-paced twists and turns, and even the world's most unsafe switch track. Number 30, Outbreak by Coaster Cam. A Mack Striker coaster themed to an abandoned castle that has some really nice elements to it and also a lot of very good theming around the station and surrounding areas. Number 29, Eldritch Escape by Theme Park Thrills. An entire area that is very well themed and has actually been flipped from one side to the other, which I thought was very unique and very creative. Number 28, Tarot by Here Is the Boy. A very different take on the dark forest theme, but I really like how they've done this, and the coaster itself is really long and very fast paced. Number 27, Revenant by Very Incompetent Coasters. A very striking multi-launch coaster with a lovely purple colour scheme and some really nice theming to do with the story of the ancient artifacts being dug up there. Number 26, The Route Below by Keaton Ward. A coaster and area that fits very well next to 13, as various routes come out from below the ground to try and grab the track that you're riding on. Number 25, The Heart of the Forest by Vegmund 23. A really well profiled coaster with an amazing station building. I know they have the Wicker Man and now they've got Tree Man, but oh, look at it, it's so cool. Very innovative as well, I enjoyed this one thoroughly. Number 24, The Guardian by Silly Old Luke. At first this might just seem like a generic wooden roller coaster, but they've actually gone and created the long lost Cross Valley coaster that John Wardley designed, and I think the creativity with this one is just mind-blowing. I love it. Number 23, Lesh Wall by Coaster Kaz 10. A very well made and very realistic launch coaster with the world's steepest launch, where the entire time you are drifting round left and right because this is an Intamin drift coaster. It's amazing. Number 22, the Upside Down by Coombs Create. As much as it's not overly realistic to see a Stranger Things inspired ride in the Dark Forest, including the Hawkins Diner, Vecna's house, and of course the Upside Down. This is such an amazing idea for a coaster and they pulled it off very well. Number 21, Wraith by Airtime Addict. A very long double launch layout with the most airtime moments on a UK roller coaster, and with the way it traverses some of those twists and turns, it is an absolutely amazing layout, alongside some really nice theming too. Number 20, the Megalith by Keraru. A Mack Extreme spinning coaster with some amazing custom support and theming, along with a very intense layout that I could see definitely being one of the best coasters in the world. It would be so intense. Great job on this one. Number 19, Ritual by The Enthusiast. An awesome looking launch coaster with the world's steepest launch that fits in so well to Dark Forest, and the way the Rita track is coiling up towards that steep launch and that inversion, I really like this coaster. Number 18, Martian by Tom Kolos 1. An extremely deep into the ground roller coaster. Alton Towers would have to blast a lot of craters for this one. Multiple launches, multiple airtime hills, and some really nice lighting at night. Really do like this one, and the different theme that you've gone for with the whole area. Number 17, The Curse of Zion by Ipu 13. A Mack Extreme spinning coaster with a brand new element called the double inverting Immelman stall. An extremely well themed station and surrounding area too, and just a very good layout on that coaster overall. Number 16, Necromancer by Time and Ghost. Now this park might just look like a singular Vekoma boomerang, but it's not just that coaster, because even though that's really well themed, there is also an indoor dark ride, much like Dance Macabre at Efteling, that's been really well themed into the Dark Forest theme, and I absolutely love that. So unique and so innovative. Number 15, Mystic Wreck by Stall Loop. A Mobius Loop dueling coaster, meaning it duels with itself, based on Stardust racers, and I absolutely love this concept. It looks like an awesome ride, along with the dark ride they've put in as well. Number 14, Crimson Heart by Frank, where the true source of Dark Forest has been found with this Mack Extreme spinning coaster that has some absolutely insane elements on it. This one especially I love, and the way it's all been custom supported, and next to it is another ride, a Vekoma Junior Boomerang. A lovely layout in that area as a whole. I really love this one. Number 13, Wraith by Mel. A launch coaster with a very striking element over the entrance of Dark Forest, and a really nice area layout with that coaster running all the way around it, and it fits in so nicely next to 13 and is very realistic. I would love to see this built at Alton Towers. Number 12, Aegon by Danny J246. A spin-off story from Hex and 13, this launch coaster has so many cool elements. Once again, with how low to the ground it stays, I could really see Alton Towers building this coaster. Amazing job. Number 11, Wraithwood Containment Transit Route by Skylance Coasters. As you walk in to this area, the layout of it is so well made, and the coaster itself that runs around it is so unique and so different from anything Alton Towers have. I would love to see this in place of Rita. It is now time for the top 10. I know, so quick we've come here. All the creations have been amazing so far, but here is your top 10. At number 10, we have The Hollow by Roller Gooser, a Mack Striker coaster with a very unique layout, including midway through a swing launch into the rest of the layout, and the way this thing runs around the entire area of Dark Forest is just really well made. And I think the theme of it from the outside and even inside the ride buildings is something that Alton Towers would definitely go for when theming this area again. At number 9, we have RitaCon by Jack H, an extremely realistic take on what could replace Rita, that being a Mack multi-launch with an amazing vertical loop and various twists and turns, airtime hills, and subtle theming that keeps it within the style of the current Dark Forest. There's so much about this one that is just so realistic, and I could 100% see this being a replacement for that damn Intamin hydraulic coaster. At number 8, we have Devil's Whisper by The Coaster Bloke, a launch coaster that has the world's first beyond vertical backward spike, using its first for the UK swing launch. And much like the previous one, this coaster is so realistic in not only the way it fits into Dark Forest, but also with just how amazing the layout is. The speed it has when it goes through those launches and all of those different hills, and just the really nice lighting around the entire ride with the entrance sign as well. I really do like this one. And once again, I do genuinely think it would be a perfect fit for Towers. At number 7, we have Quantum Leap by Mr. Pringles, a Mack Extreme spinning coaster in a very heavily heavily themed area. It reminds me a lot of Fly at Phantasialand with that sort of steampunk look. Even having rethemed 13 into it all, there's so many backdrop buildings in this land, with the coaster running all throughout the entire area as well. What a build this is. Have not seen anything else like it in this challenge at all. Amazing work. And number 6, we have Iron Bramble by Toby the Noodles. Deep within the area of Dark Oasis, this RMC launched hybrid coaster has some really cool elements and some really nice theming, transforming the land into more of a Mediterranean area. Feels like something that would easily fit in place of Dark Forest, and they have got it spot on with this creation. And on to the top 5, where at number 5 we have Arcanum by Darkstar and Element 115. And as you can see, as we stand outside of the Dark Forest, look at how nice this Mack Extreme spinning coaster looks with the shop next to it there. It just looks so realistic, but at the same time really well themed. You've got a flat ride, spinning round. I forget how high the trees actually are in this, because I would think that would go way above, but it doesn't. The sky ride, and of course this huge coaster right here, which we're going to go and ride. And here is that entrance archway for the ride. The layout of the area as a whole is amazing as well. And as we head on down into the station, look how awesome the theming is in here. This is so cool. And here we go on the ride. To our left, we've got this like Kronos spinning around. And then we got some cool stuff over here before we launch. Oh, we're facing the wall. Oh, we're spinning already. This is going to be a spinner and a half, I feel. Whoa! Down that launch tunnel. And then into our first inversion. Where are we going? Oh, it's such a good layout. Some airtime there. Like, it's not too extreme, but it's just right. Then we go down this way. If I can even tell where we're going. Whoa, inverting. Bit of a slower inversion there, which I quite like. Bit of hang time. Yes, curve under the ground. I just love how it uses the terrain as well. It's so nice. Before we head into the next launch. Whoa, my God. Whoa, that was a strange top hat. Very unique. And a vertical loop. We love a vertical loop on these spinning coasters. They're so good. What is going on? We're flying around. Bit of Rita track there. That's so cool. And then, yeah, we're heading towards the end of the ride, I think. Oh, no, we're not. Here comes another launch. Oh, my God, we're spinning around. Wow. So good. The layout, like I said, it's perfect. I love it. Oh my God, what that dueling, beautiful. Before we head into that inversion there. And there we go, into the brake run. What a ride Arcanum is. And like I said, they absolutely perfected that, and it fits really nicely next to 13 too. Great job. At number 4, we have Dragonfire by RTH28. And as you can see, we're already in this sort of village area right here. Rita's race is over, as we head down to where the main Dark Forest entrance used to be, but has now been replaced by this huge dragon type structure. That is so cool. And we have a very tall launch coaster running around, still under the tree line, which again, I can't believe. Through the gaps in the fence, you can actually see 13's building, which has been rethemed alongside all of these theming pieces everywhere else. I mean, look at all that over there. That's so cool. And we're going to head on for a ride on Dragonfire. And look at this station in here. Look how grand this looks. This is awesome. As we head on for a ride, barrel rolling straight out of the station there. And we're going to head straight into our first launch right off the bat. Oh no, we're stopping for a second. And then we're going to head into our launch. I hope. Here we go, over a nice bit of airtime there. And then into loads of rock work. Loads of buildings around us. Look at this. It's just the scale of all the theming and all the effects and everything that I think just makes this coaster even better. Nice little like wave turn type thing there. Very there's a lot of close like head choppers and stuff, like close misses, whatever they call them. Huge launch into a huge inversion. Banking round. It's just a very big coaster. And then there's like some Terran rock work on the right. And then we're going through some dragon's mouth now into a fire pit. So cool. There's like another mouth there trying to grab us. Got a queue for a ride there. Oh, it's going quite fast. It's going even faster. Here we go. Oh my word. Outer banking. Wow. And there you go, breaking down back into the station. So not the most realistic ride with this one, but my god does it make up for it with the amount of theming and all the fire and everything. Very, very nice. Dragonfire is an awesome roller coaster and an amazing job has been done on this one as well. Just making the top 3 at number 3 is Wraith by Luxray. And this, as you can see from above, is actually just a family airtime coaster. But I absolutely love how the layout flows throughout the area and just how it looks off-ride and on-ride, thus making it into my top 3. As you can see, Wraith on 30 minutes. Oh, I'd wait that long in a heartbeat. But just before we go on, you've got the exit of the ride right up there near the castle, and then you can come down here. You've got Rita. Rest in peace. And you've got like this tunnel that runs all the way underneath, taking you to the other side, where I believe 13's entrance is. Yes, right there. So it still fits nicely into the area, even adding some toilets. And yeah, you've got the whole coaster running around. Let's go and give it a go. And we have a couple of good launches on this one, that's starting off with the first. Right there, nice little airtime launch. And just look how smooth this coaster is. Oh, I think this would be perfect for Alton Towers because it is that step up from Wicker Man in a way, but also isn't. So it'd be good for all the family. Just look at that, so much airtime. 13 fits so well in the background. It has actually got a train design, that's why you can see a little clipping on the screen. Here we go, another launch. It gives me vibes of Megalodon at Wallaby Belgium, and if you know me, I love that ride so much because of its sort of how it navigates the layout and how it is a family coaster, but it's so like good. I was about to say so thrilling, but this is a lot better than Megalodon, so I would love to see this in real life, especially at Alton Towers. Keep going round into another launch right there. It's just so compact as well, like it goes in and around itself so much. You've got really nice planting, rock work, some flashing lights. As we head towards the end of the ride, I believe. Well, I said that before and it just kicked into another launch. Through that queue line building and the maintenance building. And there you go. Heading back into the station and out of the exit. What a ride Wraith is. For a family coaster to rank this high, you know the layout's gotta be pretty spot on, and this was perfect. I absolutely love it. Huge congratulations for making the top 3. It's so close in this top 3, so anyone could have won. And yeah, huge shout out to you, Luxray, for making this coaster and area. It is absolutely phenomenal. And at number 2, only just losing out to the first spot, is Vampire by Whiplash77. And as much as I haven't told you exactly how everything was ranked in this video, what I will tell you is that this coaster was literally 1 point off from being number 1. But it is still an absolutely incredible ride. As we come into the area here, they've completely renamed and redone the Dark Forest. As you can see, Max Striker running above us. You can meet the Vampire here, if you didn't guess. And we have the entrance to the ride right here. 140 minutes on the wait time. But I need to show you this coaster properly beforehand from above. Look how insane this coaster is. The way it like goes into the terrain and back up into the buildings and everything. The way the sky ride goes through the buildings, and also the fact that this coaster just comes in and out of them with launches and everything like that. As much as it would be less likely to happen in real life, this coaster and the sort of architecture around it is incredible. Down here you've got 13's entrance that's now called Rebel. That's been slightly rethemed, but yes, we're going to take a ride on Vampire now. The thing is about this coaster and the number 1 spot is that the theme they've gone for could literally fit into Dark Forest without even changing 13. And I just think there is so much to see on this ride that you guys are going to love this when we go on for that POV. What is this? Easter egg 2, Valkyrie. There's an Isle of Discovery Easter egg. And once again, another view of the ride as we head round into the station, I believe, right here through these metal fences. And we're in the station. Look at this. Insane. Very red. And we have boarded for our ride on it. As you can see, some really nice statues and everything as we dip down into the first launch. And when I say this coaster is smooth, it is very smooth. Look at this. Here we go. up into the first inversion. Oh, I just love the layout of this ride, and again, once it goes into these buildings, I was about to say, but it's literally going into one as we speak. Just the way it goes in and out of the building so seamlessly. It's just amazing. Another loop there. Custom supported. Like a red river down there. Oh, the Nemesis fans will be happy. And there we go, into a brake run. But that may seem like the end of the ride. No, no, no. Because this door opens and we head into another launch. As we stop. Oh, I thought we were about to go into the wall then. Oh, it's flashing. Oh no. Oh, down a drop. And into a beyond vertical launch. Oh, I love it. Again, out of the building, on top of the building with all the rubble and more custom supports. Barrel rolling down. Oh, it's just so smooth. And oh, I love that bit as well. The bit you can see from the queue. The dive loop through the building as well. It's just an insane layout. Dipping down under the rocks. Just incredible. Lots of red lighting once again. A double up into the brake run. Got the maintenance bay to the right and back into the station in front. Yeah, what an incredibly creative ride Vampire is. The way it goes through the layout, I've been saying it so much, but in and out of those buildings. And the elements on it being so smooth, and it just works so well as a coaster. Whiplash 77, you need to get into coaster building or design, because this is crazy. I love it. And at number 1 in the top spot, the winner of the Alton Towers Rita Replacement Challenge is the area of Transylvania with the coaster Dracula by Evapostorms. And the reason for this being my favourite is there's many things, so we're going to get into that. But the best way to explain it is that this area and coaster is just the full package. Because you've got this really detailed Transylvania sign as you walk in, and then right in front there are so many people. Everyone agrees it's amazing. You've got this really cool Dracula sign, and then the entrance for the ride to the right. And just look at how detailed these buildings are with the woodwork and the roofs and everything. It's just incredible. Literally, like, all these roof pieces are like 500 pieces in themselves. It is crazy. And all the rock work going under the bridge that you walk in on with the coaster there. And then if we zoom out even more, it just fits so nicely. But being that vampire theme, but this time more like a village vampire theme, it really fits so well. You've got a flat ride entrance there that it goes all the way over that way. And then the Transylvania sign. Hang on, what? Well, I'm not that old and I'm not dead. All the gates and everything. And then, yeah, Dark Forest is actually its separate area, which I kind of like because the rock work still goes into the ground as the coaster still goes around this area. But you've got like more plinths and trees growing everywhere, statues and the buildings and everything. And it really still does just fit in with 13. And I really do love that. You've got more pathways going around the entire area. There's just so many different ways you can go and so many different vantage points, even with like a custom train on the tracks as well. I think this is just the most detailed and realistic one. And the theming and the coaster going in and out of the buildings again, it's just so well done. I love it so much. We'll head into the queue line, 45 minutes. Let's hope it does not take that long just for you guys. Do not enter. That's the video done, guys. And then you head into the Transylvania Castle. As you can see, water fountains there. How nice is this? The lighting is amazing. And then we head into the main station room. Look at this. Isn't this just incredible? All the row numbers, the storage bins, and of course the train itself. Let's go for a ride. And here we go into the first launch straight out. You got like the cracks in the wood of the roof there. Oh, it's just so good. Even there as well, right by the water, through the buildings. Oh, it's just so snappy as well, the layout itself. I've been talking too much about the theming. The layout's really good. Got loads of airtime and like twisty transitions. Another launch. Oh, look at that. Just hanging there. Nice little vertical drop. Very realistic again with the sort of ladders going in and out of that valley, just in case it valleys. Little 0G roll there. Some more tombstones. Outer bank. Down here. Oh, I just love how it uses the terrain. It's so good. And then into the brake run. Not the longest ride by any means, but I do actually think that helps it level up a little bit more because it's very realistic to UK standards, because we wouldn't get a very long ride ever in this country. You've got like a shop here in this village house, and then you walk out into the main area once again. Ride photos. Oh, it's so good. Evapastorms, I will be in contact to give you your prize of £100 and that digital merch bundle. Thank you so much for entering the competition, and thank you for building such a masterpiece. And that actually goes for everyone that did enter, because you guys smashed it with some of these builds. They are absolutely incredible. And with that being said, once again, a huge thank you to everyone who entered. This has definitely been my favorite competition so far, and I'm really glad I could bring you the top 75 in this video. But with that being said, number 75, I've missed that, didn't I? Well, that comes into play with the credits at the end of this video, because if you submitted a creation, your name will be shown in those credits. Once again, a massive thank you for participating. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss future challenges coming soon, and be sure to leave a like if you did enjoy. Thank you for watching, and see you next time for more Alton Towers and Planet Coaster Rita replacements.
Place your heads back, face forwards, hold on tight, and brace yourself